In the last class, we have discussed about that how we can prepare for semester exams in DU English honors throughout the whole semester. Now, in this class, we will discuss that how we can write long answers in English honors, like we have to write essay type answers for 25 marks, 10 marks, or 15 marks, maybe. So, being a CBSE student, as most of us are, we might face some difficulty in writing those 4 to 5 pages or maybe 7 to 8 pages long answers that where we can get our content from. This is the main problem. Now you will have to go through the last video which I have made for that how we can prepare for DU English honors exams, and I have made all the preparatory phases in different stages. Now we will learn that how we can write long answers. So first, after doing your revision, you have to prepare a model answer. Now, what a model answer should look like you can have that answer before ready made before exams, right? You know that you have one text. For example, you have Abhigyan Shakuntalam, so you have that text. Now you can prepare answer for that text for 1.5 page or maybe 1 page if I say. So you can start with a quote because it gives you that extra brownie point, because it's a different start which some other students don't use. You can start your answer with a quotation, right, which you have made in your essays, which you have noted down in your notebook from the text, or maybe any intertextual quotation you can use. Now comes your first para. You can start your para with author's name. Like for example, you have Alice Walker, The Color Purple. So you will have to write Alice Walker's apostrophe S and then Color Purple. The name of the book should be in double inverted commas, right? These are some of the things which you technical mistakes or technical things that you will have to use, right? So you have to put the name of the book, name of the text in double inverted commas, and the quotations also in double inverted commas. And if you're paraphrasing someone's quotations, then you have to use single inverted comma, right? Now after that you have written about the author. The second para will be about your text that you are dealing with. Right, so you are dealing with Alice Walker, The Color Purple. So you will have to write 4 to 5 lines about that text. Then comes the main body of the answer, which will have whatever is being asked in your question. Then comes the conclusion. Now, I have to discuss that how we can make model answers, right? So model answer will contain author and text. Now you will have to google about author, his or her works, achievements, literary movement of which she or he was part of, and his or her major works. Now you have used them in your notes as I have discussed in the previous video. You have made the notes, and then you can jot down these different points in your first paragraph that's about the author. Now second thing come that what we have to write in the paragraph title that we are naming as text, that you have to discuss about text. Now what you can do in your text is discuss the main themes of the text, broader themes, right? And or you can go for the critical comments for the overall text. But every line, every paragraphs should be like connected to each other. It should not be like abrupt ending. You have given abrupt ending to first paragraph, and you are starting somewhere out of the box in the second paragraph, which the examiner has no clue about. So you have to avoid these mistakes. Be cohesive as much as can possible. Try to avoid jargons, right? Because we are using, you can use jargons if they are unavoidable. Like there are some literary or philosophies, or maybe political philosophies we can term, like existentialism, nihilism, absurdism. So these are the philosophies which you can't avoid the name of. So you will have to use. Otherwise, don't use unnecessary jargons because it will complicate your answer. Then we have what does the body need to have, right? Because this is the main part of your answer. Now, body should have the main answer. Whatever is being asked in the question, it should be covered in your body. What you can do to give to fetch that brownie point in your answer is that you can use intertextual references, right? If you are, suppose if you are doing suppose if you are doing The Fire and the Rain by Greece Karnad, then there are class references. So you can search for the some other text on Google. You don't need to read whole text. You can search on the Google, like Greece Karnad, The Fire and the Rain, intertextual references, and you will find a lot of references. You can use them in your answer. Then the third comes critics' viewpoint. But you have to be careful that when you are giving a critical point of view, then you critical point of view, then it should not be that you are only using it as you are making it your point of view. It should be in inverted commas, and it should be to substantiate your point, right? If you are giving an argument, and to add a proof that to proof add a proof to that argument, you can give critics viewpoint. It will be a cherry on the top. Now you can give references to the essays that, in this essay this author has discussed about this. So this will give you a brownie point, right? This is how you can go about your writing your long answers. Now come the last thing, that's the conclusion. You can, in conclusion, you can talk about the main broader words which you have discussed in your main body, which corresponds to the question. Because as it is often said that in that introduction and conclusion often grabs the attention of the examiner. So it's important that you write an effective introduction and conclusion, right? Effective starting would be, right, you can start with quotations, and your conclusion will be an unbiased, should be an unbiased conclusion, right? So this is how you can proceed for writing your long answers. For the model answers, if you have them prepared already, then you do not have to think about start writing the answers in your exams where you have time limit of 3 hours. 3 hours, and then you have to write a number of pages for your 15 markers, 10 markers, 8 or 7 markers. Give it a read and thought. It can prove worth it to go through the lecture, to go through it again and note down the main points which I have discussed, and you can implement them during your exams, and it will fetch you good marks. So that's all for now. Thank you so much.